Good evening to our viewers in the West, and thank you for joining us on this Thursday night. We begin with breaking news. Former President Donald Trump just surrendered at the notorious Fulton County Jail in Atlanta. Trump booked, processed on 13 charges, including conspiracy and racketeering related to attempts to overturn the 2020 election. Like all other people who walked through the doors of that jail, the former president was fingerprinted, had his weight and height recorded, and a mugshot was taken. Trump joins 11 of his co-defendants in turning himself in. Just hours ago, former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows surrendered at the same jail. The remaining 7 have until noon tomorrow to do the same. We have a lot of news to get to tonight, and CBS's Nikole Killion will start us off tonight from Atlanta. Good evening, Nikole.
Good evening, Nora. This area was completely locked down as former President Trump turned himself in, accompanied by a new lawyer that he hired just hours before his surrender.
Tonight, former President Trump joined 11 of his fellow co-defendants, booked, fingerprinted, and photographed.
We did nothing wrong at all, and we have every right, every single right, to challenge an election that we think is dishonest.
The former president was processed in less than an hour and treated just like any other criminal defendant at the Fulton County Jail, which is under investigation by the Department of Justice for poor conditions. Outside the jail, protesters stood by their man.
He can run this country from jail. I wouldn't care.
Right.
We'd still vote for him.
You'd be okay with
Absolutely.
That?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Absolutely.
Trump's bond was set at $200,000. He's charged with 13 counts, including racketeering, criminal conspiracy, and making false statements for his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia, stemming from this call with Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger.
I just want to find 11,780 votes.
The former president called it a perfect phone call and continued to deny any wrongdoing in a pre-taped interview with Tucker Carlson.
I got indicted 4 times. All trivia, nonsense, bull.
Former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, who was also on that 2021 call with Trump and Raffensperger, finally turned himself in after his efforts to delay his surrender were rejected by a federal judge. District Attorney Fani Willis has set a noon deadline Friday for all defendants to turn themselves in. Today, she proposed a new trial date for October 23rd this year, several months earlier than expected.
The district attorney pushed up the date from March 4th next year after one of the defendants asked for a speedy trial. Trump's new legal team opposed the move and said it wants his case handled separately. Nora?
Nikole Killion with all those new details. Thank you.